Okay, so we've read the story about Jesus healing the centurion's servant. Say the centurion servant.
The centurion servant.
Yes, so what is the meaning of the word centurion? Who was a centurion? Centurion was? Yes? Yes, centurion was a Roman officer, okay? So sometimes you'll see Jesus heals the Roman officer's servant. So it is the servant that was healed. It is not the centurion that was healed, okay? But now sometimes you'll see centurion, instead of centurion, you're going to see Roman officer's servant. Are we together? So we are told that this man approaches Jesus, right? And tells him that I have a servant of mine who is very sick, And Jesus tells him, okay, all right, let us go to your house so that I can see your servant, so that maybe I can heal them. And what does the Roman officer tell Jesus? What does he tell Jesus? That I don't feel like I am worth enough for you to come to my house. Are we together? I don't feel like I'm worth enough for you to come to my house. And he tells Jesus, I am a Roman officer. I have soldiers who are under me. And what do? I tell this one go, and they go. I tell this one come, and they come. Meaning, when he gives orders, he expects them to be done. So he was telling Jesus, I don't think you have to come to my house, because the faith that I have in you, you can still heal my servant when you are not near him. Are we together? So that point of, I tell one of my soldiers go, and they go. I tell them come, and they come. I give them orders, and they obey. It is the same thing that I expect you as the Son of God to do for my servant. So I am begging, do not go to my house. Just say a word, and my servant will be healed. Are we together? And then what does Jesus say? That he has never seen such faith. Because right now, even if, let's say, your mom is sick, or maybe you have a sibling who is not feeling well, and you approach your pastor, what do you expect your pastor to do? You tell them, Pastor, can we go to my house? I want you to go and see my mom. I want you to go and pray for my mom, right? Because you believe that the pastor has to be there. The pastor has to pray for your mom at that time for your mom to get healed. But this centurion or the Roman officer is telling Jesus, I believe that my servant will get healed, even if you do not come into physical touch with him, okay? Then there's something also that I don't know whether you are going to read another gospel of the Bible, and you read about the Roman, that healing. We are told that the people in that area, you have been told that this person was a Roman officer, so meaning he was maybe up high in the government, right? And we are told that the people really loved him. The people of that area really loved him. Who can tell me why they loved him? Who has ever heard why they loved the centurion? Yes? Yeah, he was a kind person, okay? The centurion was a kind person. And we are told that he had built for them a synagogue. He had built for them a worshiping place. So the people of that area really loved the centurion, that Roman officer. The reason I'm using centurion and Roman officer is so that in your mind you know centurion is Roman officer. Are we together? And it is the servant that was healed. It is not the Roman officer. Yes? Yes. Go to Shannon. And you hurry up. Let's continue. So, Jesus was surprised that this man believes that I have so much power, that I can heal his servant when I am not near him. And one thing about that miracle, the healing of the centurion servant, is that it shows us that Jesus was a universal savior. Jesus was a universal. I know you have heard about universal chargers. You've heard about universal chargers. You've heard about universal remotes. You know, when your TV remote is broken or something, you hear mommy say, "I'm going to get a universal remote." When you talk about universal, it means it is for the whole world. It is worldwide. It does not select which TV to work on. It works on all TVs if it is the remote that is universal, okay? So when you're talking about Jesus being a universal savior or a universal healer, we are talking about Jesus not looking at who are you, where do you come from? Are you a Roman? Are you a Jew? Who are you? Jesus was not looking at that. Jesus would heal anyone regardless of who they are, okay? So when you're asked which miracle shows that Jesus was a universal savior, that he had come to save everyone, regardless of their race, regardless of their skin color, regardless of their tribe, it's the healing of the centurion servant. Because we are told that the centurion servant, he was a Roman, but Jesus was a Jew, okay? So Jesus did not even ask him, or have we read somewhere where Jesus is asking him, and are you a Jew? Because if you're not a Jew, I'm not coming to your house. Do you have somewhere like that? Even in the whole Bible, there's nowhere Jesus asked a person, like, who are you? Where do you come from? So that now he could heal them, okay? Yes, so who can tell me anything they can remember about what we've said about the centurion servant? Anything? Anything? Yes? Anything you can remember? Yes?
Jesus has power that if you believe in him,
Yes.
you can get healed.
Yes, that you have to have faith in God, faith in Jesus for you to get healed. Yes, Annette?
And the healing took place in Capernaum.
Very good. The healing took place at Capernaum. Another point? Another point? Yes, Phoenix?
The officer's servant was very sick.
Yes, it is the officer's servant who was very sick. Very good. Anything else? Chanel?
He was unable to move and he was suffering.
Yes, they were unable to move him because he was really suffering, because he was in pain. Anything else? Yes, Ashley?
He was about a lot of soldiers.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was high in command, meaning he had a lot of soldiers who were below him in power. Another one, Christine. Anything you can remember?
The Centurion had many officers that he was sent to go and
Yes, the centurion servant could give orders to his soldiers and they would obey. And also the last one is the Roman officer also means centurion. I don't want you to forget that, okay? That the meaning of centurion is Roman officer. So you'll hear people saying the Roman officer's servant or the centurion's servant. So, let us write now.